Hello, it's Sport. Welcome to Joseph Moore Talks. In this place, we keep it simple, we educate, we transform, we motivate the young people and the millennials to look at the world from a different perspective and purpose to change it for the better. Now, today I want to talk about something important that we call the evolution of the educational system that we have. Think about this, old sport. 100 years ago, we used to have what we call apprenticeship. And I know you is smart, you know what apprenticeship means. Apprenticeship means the society used to observe every kid. And if they notice that this person has a certain interest or a capability or an ability to do something, they would take you to someone in the same society or even outside the society who is successful, who is the best at doing that. Let's say, for example, you have an interest in making swords or knives or things like that. They would take you to the best blacksmith and you would work under these people until you're mature enough to establish your own farm or your own store, something like that. Okay, now as we proceed further, as we near what we call civilization, we had now the rise of the corporation. And by the way, this is the exact period where your parents and my parents grew up in. The rise of the corporation. And this is the exact timeline where this mindset that you need a college degree came from. Because there's no way on earth you could get employed in a corporation or in an industry or a company without the qualification. So they needed to train people on how to do certain tasks. And you needed to go to school to get that training, to get that information. Because we did not have any other source of information other than schools. And that is exactly why 1980s, 1970s, if you went to school, you were almost 100% guaranteed that you would live the best life ever. You would graduate, get a job, a good, well-paying job, and your life will never be the same again. Your life was guaranteed to be a success. That's the period our parents lived in. Okay? Now, I want to introduce you to a completely new timeline that we call the rise of the self-made billionaire. Old sport, the rise of the self-made billionaire. Think about people like Mark Zuckerberg. Think about people like Kevin Systrom. Think about people like Ivan Spiegel. People like Kylie Jenner, Justin Bieber, all these young people, they've made themselves billionaires. It's not because they've gone to school. It's not because they have a certain certification in doing whatever kind of stuff they're doing, but because they are using the biggest platform that we have right now at this moment. And I bet you know it because you're smart as well, old sport. The platform I'm talking about is what we call the internet, where you could basically access any kind of information that you need, any information whatsoever. If you want to know how to register a business, you can get over, Google. You Google out how to register a business, and they will give you results within even a blink of an eye, old sport. If you want to learn how to do whatever it is, mention anything and you will get it over the internet. So they've used this platform, different social media pages to grow themselves, and now they're billionaires. Okay, and now when you look at the other form of education, which is going to school, it's becoming obsolete. People are graduating every day, but they don't have jobs. They don't have, even with the best qualification, even others with masters, but they cannot secure themselves a stable job that is well paying. So that tells you you've got to double down on your best creativity, double down on your strength, build around that which you feel like you can do that other people cannot do. I'm gonna tell you, this is my quote. You won't find it any other place. This is straight from my head. And it says, you cannot be taught the same thing with 1,000 other people by the same lecturer using the same method and expect to have freedom in your life. It cannot happen. It will never happen. You know why? Think about this. You walk into an office. Let's say, for example, you're lucky enough to get a job and you get employed by some company, some manager. You present your papers, they, validate you and all that. They tell you this is what you can, this is what you cannot do. They put some, limits on you, but forget about that. So the moment you will realize that you need to have a pay rise and you walk to that office, they will just look at you and be like, hey, you know what, old sport? Look at that stack of papers right there. All those people are qualified. As a matter of fact, some of them are even fresh from the college than you are. And they all want a job. Okay? And if you feel like you're not content with the pay that we're giving you, please do yourself a favor and hit the road. Tomorrow we will have a replacement that is even better than you. So your life will become kind of, you will be a salary slave, old sport. That's what I always say. You will become a salary slave. Is that what you want? Definitely sure that's not what you want, old sport. You want to be free. When you have a talent that you know for sure that ain't nobody can do this shit like I do, you will have freedom. Think about people like Messi, all these footballers, talking people who double down on their talents. They get paid whatever they want, whatever they demand, and you will still have to pay them. Because to get another person that can be able to do what these people are doing, that is hard. You become what we call 1 in a million. And that's the timeline I wanted to introduce to you, old sport, that you've got to stay on the radar for it. You've got to take advantage while you still can. Don't wait till your 30s hit. Don't wait till your 40s are here, till your 50s are here, so that now you can start going, oh damn man, I really should start working on my talent. No, old sport, that's not what you do. That's not what you do. Remember, the 40s are coming with their own tides too. Huge tides. I'm talking family tides. I'm talking supporting yourself. Your parents will cut out all the funds they're giving you because now they consider you mature enough. So how the hell will you be able to get time to train? And every profession, if you want to become a professional, if you want to get the whole world to get you, to pay you for what you do, your talent and everything, you got to be good. You've got to be good. And the only way to be good at what you do is by training every day. You put in what we call the 10,000 hours. That requires a lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication and all that, a lot of energy. And scientists have proven this, old sport. As you age, you lose what we call dopamine receptors around developing yourself. So that means your ambitions, your goals and everything begins to fade away and you settle for less. Think about people at 50. Most of these people have settled for whatever they have. They don't no longer fight for what they want. Why? Because as you age, you lose your ambitions. Is that what you want? Hell no, old sport. You want to be active right now while you're still young. You want to be on the doing this moment. You want to be on the field, pushing yourself forward, doing whatever you can, using whatever resource you have. And I'm going to tell you this, the internet is the biggest resource. And most importantly, as I wrap up this video, invest in yourself, old sport. Invest in yourself. Read books. I'm telling you, read books. People are out here graduating and they don't know nothing. People only go to the libraries to read because they want to take that information and go and dump it on those papers so they can be validated, so they can graduate with first class honors. And that's not education. That's not education. Remember what Alexander Pope said. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Drink deep or taste not the pyrene spring. That's what people are doing. Tasting the pyrene spring instead of drinking deep. So read books every day. I'm going to tell you for sure. I read a book every day. And I can't tell you how my life has changed ever since I decided, you know what, old sport, from this moment on, I'm going to start reading a book every single day. And I want you to do the same. And by the way, this is my book, 50 Insights I Wish They Had Taught Me in School. That's me right there. 50 Insights I Wish They Had Taught Me in School. Here's what it reads at the back. This book contains the intangible aspects of our day-to-day life that don't necessarily get dealt with in depth in our school system. The kind our generation need to know and make instinctual when making decisions. When incorporated with the knowledge gained in school, they make an individual indisputable in almost everything they want to do. That's me right there. And there's a comment at the lower point here. It says, I have no doubt that this book covers what the university can provide. A must read for a transformed mindset. That's Nyakundi James Shambani, Librarian User Services, USIU Africa. That's my book. Get yourself a copy. It has, the smallest of the chapters. I think one chapter is almost like 1.5 a page. So if you are trying to rewire yourself to want to associate reading with pleasure and knowledge, but now paying, this is the right book for you. Support, get it. There's a number on this video. Order and you will get a copy delivered to you. Together, let's rise to greatness. Okay? I hope you learned something, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channels. YouTube channel Joseph Moore Talks, Facebook, that's Joseph Moore, and most importantly on Instagram, Joseph _Moore 1. Okay, I hope you learned something. I'ma talk to you soon. I need you to start investing in yourself and understand the timelines that we're living if you want to survive. Okay, remember what Charles Darwin said: it's not the strongest or the smartest that survives, but the most adaptable to the place that they find themselves. So you got to adapt to this timeline that we're living in right now. Okay, I hope you learned something. See you soon. I'ma head out. Boom. Don't forget to share as well.